Hi, I'm Matthew Jerry, and I'm the team lead of the Rudolph and Jerry Luxury Team with Coldwell Banker. And first, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to list this amazing property in Hollywood, Florida. For those of you that had the pleasure of meeting us, my partner Orly Rudolph and I specialize in properties over $1 million, and primarily we cover the areas in Broward County. We're both brokers with over 20 years experience, and we work together on our listings. So you're getting two brokers who are looking to not only meet your expectations, but exceed them. For example, our latest sale in a waterfront home in East Hollywood, we sold it in under 30 days for $1.6 million. The sellers walked away with top dollar for this type of property in the community, and they were thrilled not only with the outcome that we had, but the way we represented them during the process. Now let's talk about this beautiful home in Emerald Hills. It has 4 bedrooms with a den and 3.5 bathrooms, 2-car garage. It's about 3,800 square feet, has a pool, and it has a water and golf course view, which is amazing. It's on a lot that's about 14,000 square feet. I would actually market this house as a 5-bedroom home because the den is huge and it can actually be considered a bedroom. Best thing about this house is its location. It is in walking distance to all of the houses of worship in the area, and that is coveted in this community. Now, Casper Court is a prime property with a prime location, but we need to discuss the elephant in the room, which is the market. What COVID did is it created a buying frenzy. People wanted to get out of their houses. They were stir crazy, and what they did was took advantage of a market that already had limited inventory, and an overabundance created overabundance of buyers all over the country, and people were overbidding on homes. They were waiving appraisal contingencies, and they were overpaying for homes. And today, the frenzy's over. What the government's doing to curb inflation, raising interest rates, it's a different market today, and it's going back to more of a normal market, but the prices are taking a dip because the inventory is going up, and there's a lot less demand. So even in the last 3 months, things have changed dramatically. So you can see on this slide, active inventory is way up, pending sales are down, and closed sales are down. These are not market items you want to hear as a seller, but the good news is that there's still a lot of cash buyers out there. It says that up 28.6% from a year ago. That was the stat that I really liked that I pulled, because that's the kind of buyer we're looking for this house. We're looking for a cash buyer that's going to come in and fix this house up like it needs to be done. And as you can see, the inventory has gone up from 1.9 months of inventory. Basically, it would take 1.9 months to get rid of all of the homes that are for sale, and it's up to almost 4. What this slide does is expands on what I was already talking about before. You can see that the inventory has increased exponentially in the last 3 months. Since May, it's just jumped way up, and this is just in the zip code. And you can see how the sales have gone way down since May as well. And this is the catalyst of it all. Even though you're paying cash, you're watching the interest rates go up. The government's trying to curb inflation. And even today, it's even higher than what I'm showing here at 6.6%. It's actually around 7, which limits the amount of house someone financing can buy, what they can afford. So what I'm showing here is the Casper Court market. And what I did was I included listings that were a mile away, that were over $1 million 4 bedrooms plus with a pool over 3,000 square feet. I try and compare apples to apples when I talk about the market of a property. So there are 7 active listings currently within the Casper court market, the highest being 2.4 and the lowest at 1.5. The big thing is the days on market, and they are increasing. So what we want to do is, when we're pricing a home, the most important factor is to price it appropriately so it'll sell quicker and it won't just sit on the market, because if it sits on the market, then you're going to have to consider doing different things to market the house, and one of those usually is to lower the price. So quickly here, I'm just going to compare the home to listings that have sold. As you can see here, there's a house that is similar size to our house. It sold for $2.1 million in June. As I said, the market isn't what it was in June, but it's still a comp to an appraiser, so our house will appraise hypothetically for whatever price we choose to sell it for. So that's good news. Now, the latest sale that I'm showing on the bottom of the slide, a smaller home, but it's on a golf course with a pool, and it was listed in July for 1.35, and they had to lower the price. It went under contract in August and sold just a few days ago for $1.2 million at $395 per square foot. So this is very telling for the market today. So this slide talks about our competition. Of the 7 houses that are available in the market today, I just want to hit on 2 of them. The cheapest one, which is listed at about $1.5 million, $472 a foot. It's a 6-bedroom, 3-bathroom. It has hurricane impact windows and doors, which is a big amenity, but they're using the garage as bedrooms, as most people do in this community, because there's large families that live in this community. Now, under air, it's only in the tax records as 3,164 square feet. It's a 3.2. So what they did is they illegally converted the garage into extra living area to bring it up to about 3,700 square feet. It was listed in the beginning of September and it's still on the market now. I think they're going to probably have to consider to lower the price. Now, the other home is right down the road from this. It's listed at 1.7, around $500 a square foot. It's a 4.4. It's a little bit smaller. It's about 400 square feet smaller than the home that we want to sell, but it's completely updated. So, but they're still priced high at $500 a foot, and they've been listed since July. They lowered the price once to where it is now, and I think they're probably going to have to lower it again. Okay, let's discuss your options for selling this house. What Orly and I do is we like to bring a house up, just make it a little bit prettier before we sell it. Unfortunately, in this market, these are things that we need to do today. You can't just sell it as is. I mean, as you might be aware, the home has issues. The home has mold on some of the walls. The floor has holes in it. Some of the appliances aren't working. The grates on the air conditioning are rusted. They're just things. We just want to freshen the house up a little bit. So when someone walks in, they're going to not have as much of a checklist for when they want to renovate it, and they'll just get a fresh palette in front of them. So what we're proposing at a $1.3 million price is to repaint the entire house white. We put some kills on the mold, get rid of the mold, and repaint the entire home and just give it like a fresh palette kind of look. And we can replace the AC grates. That's not a big expense. We'll fix those broken pavers in the backyard. We'll just replace them or put them back in where they were, and just make it look a little bit cleaner and outside. But most importantly, the hedges are covering our view right now. They've grown up and you can't see anything out of the back of that property. Now, it's good for someone that wanted privacy, but you really want that view of the water and the golf course, and it makes it open and just makes it feel the backyard a lot larger. So once we cut those down, the backyard of the property is going to look amazing. And there's some other things that will, just knock out on the property as well. Now, what we also recommend is to just remove the floor for people. Just demo, not replace it, because someone's going to want to maybe move some walls or do some other things with the house, but just remove the holes in the floors and just make it look cleaner with just the concrete floor. And then we can raise the price a little bit more, say 1.55, and then we give them a $50,000 credit towards flooring, so you get 50 back. But then they can go in and work on these different the different things that they want to work on, and also take out some of the built-ins as well that are unnecessary in the house. So that'll give us a little bit higher starting point. The third one we know is not ideal, but we're just throwing it out there just in case you're interested, is our Coldwell Banker's Revitalize program, and basically renovate the entire home. Then we could probably list it for about 1.9, but it's going to take months and it's going to take a lot of time. So as we said, it's not really a likely option, but this is what Revitalize does. It is basically a way to renovate a home without any money out of your pocket. It all comes from the sales proceeds that you're going to get from the home, and there's no markup. They just take it right off the top, and they use their own contractors, and they get the work that needs to be done to make the house look prettier to get a higher sales price. Once again, we're not recommending this. We'd recommend the first two options, and we think that we can sell this house for a higher price if we get those done. So once the work is done, what are we going to do? Well, this is where what Orly and I specialize, is the marketing of the house. Of course, we're going to get professional photography. We're going to get a drone, pictures and video of the area and around the home, just to show how spectacular this location is. We're going to get a floor plan done. We're going to show people the layout of this home so they can visualize themselves living in the house. Very important. We're going to do postcards to the zip code. So obviously everyone's going to see this on MLS, but we want people who are not looking daily to just know that, oh my God, this house is on the market. Maybe a friend or an in-law or someone would like to move here, or even themselves. We are going to go door to door as well. We're going to make sure that people know this property is available. It's fantastic, and it needs to be viewed by themselves or friends or family members that might be interested. We're going to do a targeted social media advertising to this area as well as New York. So if people want to come up from Miami, they want to go to New York, we want to make sure that they're aware that this property is out there and it's a great option for them. Now, the people in New York, we have a little bit of an issue because, of course, it's during the school year. So maybe we can convince them to move mid-year if they think this is as good of an opportunity as we're going to present it. So that's how we're going to market it. We're also, of course, going to put it on the Temple bulletins in the area, so they are aware that this house is available. Some people just notice the Temple bulletins. Once again, we're going to hit them in all different ways to make sure that everyone knows this house is available. So we are here for you. If you have any questions, we're more than happy to get on a phone call or Zoom or discuss any questions you might have. We are here for you, and we look forward to hopefully listing this house and getting it sold for you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. We appreciate it.